Friends, I see so many familiar faces here today, faces etched with stories of triumph and tribulation, faces that reflect the very essence of the human experience. We gather today not just as individuals, but as a community bound by faith, hope, and the shared journey we call life. And it is about that life that I want to talk to you about. I want to talk about the whispers in the wind, the nudges in your heart, the moments when you just know that something is about to happen. The whispers in the wind, the nudges in your heart, the moments when you just know that something is about to happen. Something big, something profound, something that could change the trajectory of everything you hold dear. I want to talk about the presence of God. You see, my friends, God doesn't always announce himself with a booming voice and a flash of lightning. Sometimes he chooses a different approach. He speaks in the quiet, in the still, small voice that penetrates the noise of the world. He speaks through the circumstances of our lives, through the people we meet, the opportunities that arise, the challenges that test our mettle. Think about it for a moment. Have you ever felt a deep, unexplainable prompting, a sense that you are being guided towards something greater? Have you experienced a sudden clarity, a vision of what could be, a burning desire for something you've never dared to dream? I know I have. I have stood on the precipice of doubt, looked into the abyss of fear, and yet I have felt the undeniable pull of a higher power gently but firmly leading me forward. And in those moments, I have learned to recognize the signs, the signals, the unmistakable presence of God. Because when God is about to give you something big, he doesn't just drop it on your lap. Oh no. He prepares you, he shapes you, he molds you into the person capable of receiving his blessing. He gives you the tools, the wisdom, and the strength you need to navigate the journey ahead. He might stir your heart with a new passion, ignite a fire within your soul that cannot be extinguished. He might place people in your path who will challenge you, encourage you, and help you grow. He might test your faith, push you to your limits, and show you that you are stronger than you ever imagined. And my friends, here is the question, the most important question of all. Will you see it? Will you recognize the divine hand at work in your life? Will you open your heart, your mind, your very soul to the possibility of greatness? Will you trust in God's plan even when you cannot see the path ahead? That is what we are going to talk about today. Because when God is about to give you something big, he doesn't hide it. He leaves breadcrumbs along the way. He gives you the clues you need, the insight you require, but you have to be looking, you have to be listening, you have to be willing to see. Friends, the world is a noisy place, a cacophony of demands, distractions, and deceits that bombards us from every angle. We are constantly bombarded with information, opinions, and expectations. It's easy to get lost in the shuffle, to become numb to the subtle promptings of the divine. But God, my friends, he doesn't shout, he whispers. He speaks in the still, small voice that resides within the depths of your heart. And the first step toward receiving the blessings God intends for you is learning to recognize those whispers, to tune your spiritual ears to the frequencies of grace. Think about the times in your life when you have felt a deep, unexplainable sense of intuition. A gut feeling that something is right or wrong, a hunch that leads you in a certain direction. That, my friends, might just be God. He often speaks through our intuition, guiding us along the path he has laid out for us. It's like a gentle nudge, a persistent feeling that whispers, go this way, or don't go that way. It's a sense of knowing that transcends logic and reason, a feeling that resonates deep within your soul. Have you ever had a dream, a vivid dream that seemed to carry a special meaning? A message just for you? Yeah. Sometimes God uses dreams to communicate with us, revealing glimpses of the future, offering guidance, and providing comfort. Don't dismiss these experiences as mere flights of fancy. Pay attention to them. Pray over them. Ask God to reveal their meaning to you. Consider the synchronicity, the moments when seemingly random events align in a way that feels orchestrated, a sign from above. Have you ever met someone unexpectedly only to discover that they had exactly what you needed at that moment? Have you ever stumbled upon a solution to a problem that had been plaguing you for weeks, just when you were about to give up? These coincidences, my friends, are often divinely appointed moments. They are God's way of connecting the dots, of weaving together the threads of your life into a beautiful tapestry. God also speaks through the circumstances of our lives, the challenges we face, the setbacks we endure, the victories we celebrate. He uses these experiences to mold us, to shape us into the people He wants us to be. When you face a difficult trial, don't curse it. Don't despair. Instead, ask yourself what God might be trying to teach you. What lessons is He trying to impart? What character traits is He trying to develop? When you experience success, don't become complacent. Don't take all the credit. Recognize that God is the source of all blessings and give Him the glory. Ask yourself how you can use your success to serve others to make a positive impact on the world. Furthermore, God speaks through the people in our lives, the friends, the family members, the mentors, and even the strangers who cross our paths. Sometimes God uses people to speak to us directly, offering words of encouragement, advice, or correction. He might use a trusted friend to share a word of wisdom or a mentor to challenge your thinking. He might use a stranger to offer a simple act of kindness that lifts your spirits and reminds you of His love. Other times, God speaks through the actions of others, the way they treat you, the choices they make. Pay attention to the people around you, observe their behavior, learn from their example, let their actions guide you toward the path of righteousness. But how do we learn to discern these whispers of the divine amid the noise of the world? How do we train our ears to hear the subtle promptings of God? It begins with a commitment to prayer. Prayer is not just a ritual, it's a conversation. It's a time to open your heart to God, to share your thoughts, your feelings, your fears, and your hopes. It's a time to listen to what He has to say. Spend time in silence, turn off the distractions of the world, and simply be still. Allow the noise to fade away and create space for the still, small voice of God to be heard. Read the scriptures. The Bible is a love letter from God to you. It's full of wisdom, guidance, and inspiration. Immerse yourself in the Word of God. Let it fill your mind, your heart, and your soul. Allow the scriptures to challenge you, to encourage you, to transform you. Seek out spiritual mentors. Find people who are further along on their spiritual journeys, who can offer guidance and support. Surround yourself with people who will lift you up and help you grow in your faith. Learn from their wisdom and their experience. And finally, practice gratitude. Take time each day to express your thanks for the blessings in your life, both big and small. Gratitude opens our hearts to God's presence and helps us to recognize the many ways He works in our lives. My friends, the whispers of the divine are all around us. They are present in our intuition, in our dreams, in the synchronicity of our lives, in the circumstances we face, and in the people we encounter. The key is to be present, to be aware, to be listening. Open your heart to the possibility that God is speaking to you right now, and when you hear those whispers, respond with faith, with trust, and with a willingness to follow His lead. For when God is about to give you something big, He will speak to you first. Will you listen? Friends, the farmer doesn't simply scatter seeds on barren land and expect a bountiful harvest. No, he must first prepare the soil. He must till the earth, remove the weeds, add nutrients, and create an environment conducive to growth. Similarly, when God is about to bestow a great blessing upon you, He prepares the ground of your heart, your mind, and your spirit. He cultivates within you the qualities that are necessary to receive and steward the gift He intends to give. This preparation is not always easy. In fact, it often involves challenges, trials, and moments of deep introspection. But it is essential. It is the process by which God molds you into the person capable of handling the greatness He is about to release in your life. One of the primary ways God prepares the ground is through challenges. These difficulties are not punishments, they are opportunities. Opportunities to develop character, to strengthen your faith, and to discover the depths of your resilience. Think about the times you have faced adversity, the times you have struggled against seemingly insurmountable odds. Did you give up? Did you succumb to despair? Or did you dig deep, summon your inner strength, and persevere? These challenges, my friends, are often God's way of testing you, of building your capacity to endure. He wants to see if you will trust Him, even when you cannot see the path ahead. He wants to see if you will remain steadfast in your faith even when the world seems to be crumbling around you. Consider the story of Joseph in the Bible. Sold into slavery, falsely accused, imprisoned. He faced challenge after challenge, yet through it all he maintained his integrity, his faith, and his trust in God. And because he remained faithful, God elevated him to a position of power where he was able to save his family and his nation. Joseph's trials were not a punishment, they were a preparation. They were the means by which God cultivated within him the qualities necessary to lead. Trials can take many forms. It might be a financial hardship, a health crisis, a broken relationship, or a professional setback. Whatever the challenge is, remember that God is with you. He will not abandon you. He will not leave you to face the struggle alone. Instead, he will provide you with the strength, the wisdom, and the resources you need to overcome. Embrace the challenge, learn from it, let it make you stronger, let it make you wiser, let it draw you closer to God. Another crucial aspect of preparation is cultivating a humble spirit. Pride, my friends, is the enemy of grace. It blinds us to our own shortcomings and prevents us from recognizing our dependence on God. It can also create a barrier between us and others, making it difficult to receive help or support. God resists the proud but gives grace to the humble. A humble heart is a receptive heart. It's a heart that recognizes its own limitations and acknowledges its need for God's guidance. It's a heart that is willing to learn, to grow, and to change. Humility doesn't mean thinking less of yourself. It means thinking of yourself less. It means focusing on others, on their needs, and on their well-being. It means being willing to serve, to sacrifice, and to put the needs of others before your own. How do we cultivate humility? By acknowledging our mistakes, by asking for forgiveness, by being willing to learn from others, and by focusing on serving God and serving others. Forgiveness is another essential aspect of preparation. Holding on to resentment, anger, or bitterness can poison your heart and block the flow of God's blessings. Forgiveness is not condoning the actions of those who have wronged you. It is releasing them from your grip. It is freeing yourself from the bondage of anger and bitterness. Forgiveness is a choice. It's a conscious decision to let go of the pain and to move forward. It is not always easy, but it is always necessary. It is a key that unlocks the door to healing, to peace, and to freedom. Forgiveness is not just about forgiving others, it's also about forgiving yourself. We all make mistakes, we all stumble, we all fall short of the mark. Don't beat yourself up over your past failures. Learn from them and move on. Forgive yourself for your shortcomings and embrace the grace of God. Finally, preparing the ground involves cultivating a heart of gratitude. Gratitude is the recognition of God's goodness in our lives. It is the appreciation of the blessings He has bestowed upon us, both big and small. Gratitude opens our hearts to God's presence and makes us more aware of the many ways He works in our lives. It transforms our perspective, shifting our focus from what we lack to what we have. Cultivating gratitude can be a powerful tool in our preparation. Practice gratitude daily. Start each day by listing the things you are grateful for. Express your thanks to God for the blessings in your life. Even in the midst of challenges and difficulties, find something to be grateful for. It might be your health, your family, your friends, your job, or the simple beauty of the world around you. Gratitude has the power to transform your attitude, your perspective, and your life. When God is about to give you something big, He doesn't just hand it to you. He prepares you. He cultivates the ground of your heart. He uses challenges to build your character, humility to open your heart, forgiveness to heal your wounds, and gratitude to fill your soul with joy. Are you ready to be prepared? Are you willing to allow God to mold you, to shape you, to prepare you for the greatness He has in store for you? The harvest is always preceded by preparation. Friends, the world is a vast landscape filled with countless opportunities. Opportunities to serve, to create, to innovate, to love, to grow. But these opportunities, my friends, they don't always come neatly packaged and labeled. They don't announce themselves with flashing lights or booming voices. Often, they arrive subtly, almost unnoticed. It takes a keen eye, a discerning heart, and a willingness to step out of your comfort zone to recognize them. And when God is about to give you something big, He often opens doors, presenting you with opportunities that you might have missed if you weren't paying attention. Think about the people who have crossed your path in unexpected ways, the chance encounters, the conversations that seem to happen by divine appointment. Did you recognize the potential in those interactions? Did you see the opportunity to connect, to build a relationship, or to offer help? These people, my friends, might be messengers sent by God. They might be the key to unlocking a door you didn't even know existed. Consider the skills and talents that God has gifted you with. Have you embraced those gifts? Have you used them to make a positive impact on the world? Or have you let them wither and die because of fear, doubt, or insecurity? God gives us talents for a reason. He wants us to use them to serve others, to bring glory to Him. When God opens a door for you, it will often require you to step into an arena where you can use your gifts and talents. Opportunities often present themselves in the form of new beginnings, a new job, a new relationship, a new project, a new challenge. These fresh starts can be exciting and daunting. They can also be filled with uncertainty and risk. But don't be afraid of the unknown. Don't let fear hold you back. Embrace the opportunities that come your way. Trust that God is leading you, that He has a plan for you, and that He will provide you with what you need to succeed. The key to recognizing opportunities is to be present, to be mindful, to be aware of what's happening around you. Don't get so caught up in your own thoughts and anxieties that you miss the possibilities that are unfolding right before your eyes. Pay attention to your surroundings, listen to the people you encounter, observe the circumstances of your life. Ask yourself what God might be trying to show you. What doors might He be opening for you? Be open to new experiences. Don't be afraid to try new things. Step outside of your comfort zone. Embrace the unexpected. Often the greatest opportunities come in disguise. They may not look like what you expect them to look like. They may require you to stretch your boundaries and challenge your assumptions. Be willing to say yes to new experiences, even if they feel a little scary. Look for the signs. God often leaves breadcrumbs along the path. He provides clues to guide you. Pay attention to the synchronicities, the coincidences, and the unexpected blessings in your life. These might be indications that you are on the right track, that God is leading you towards something special. The signs might be subtle, but they are there. The key is to be observant. Seek guidance. Don't try to go it alone. Talk to trusted friends, family members, or mentors. Share your dreams, your aspirations, and your challenges with them. Ask for their advice and their support. They might see opportunities that you don't see. They might offer insights that help you to make the right decisions. Pray for discernment. Ask God to open your eyes to see the opportunities that He is presenting to you. Pray for wisdom to make the right choices. Pray for courage to step out in faith. God wants to bless you. He wants to use you. He wants to give you something big, but He also wants you to participate in the process. He wants you to be an active agent in your own life. Take action. Recognizing an opportunity is only half the battle. You also have to act on it. You have to be willing to take risks, to step out in faith, to pursue your dreams. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Don't wait until you feel completely ready. The perfect moment may never come. Sometimes you just have to jump. When God opens a door, He expects you to walk through it. He expects you to be bold, to be courageous, to be willing to step into the unknown. It may be challenging, it may be uncomfortable, but it will also be rewarding. It will lead you to places you never imagined, and ultimately it will bring you closer to God. My friends, the opportunities are all around us. The doors are open. The question is, will you see them? Will you recognize them? Will you be willing to walk through them? When God is about to give you something big, He opens doors. Will you be there to step into the light? Friends, every great achievement, every significant blessing is forged in the crucible of challenge. The challenges we face in life are not simply obstacles to be overcome. They are opportunities for growth, for refinement, for the development of the very character traits that make us capable of receiving the greatness God intends for us. When God is about to give you something big, He often allows challenges to come into your life. These challenges can be difficult, painful, and even overwhelming, but they are also essential to the process of preparation. They are the refining fire that purifies your heart, strengthens your resolve, and molds you into the person He wants you to be. Think about the times you have been pushed to your limits, the times you have felt as though you were about to break, the times you have doubted yourself, your abilities, and even your faith. These moments are not a sign that God has abandoned you. They are a sign that He is working within you. He is using the pressure to squeeze out the impurities, to remove the weaknesses, and to build you up from the inside out. The refining fire of challenge often strips away the pride, the self-reliance, and the false assumptions that cloud our judgment. Consider the story of Job in the Bible. He was a righteous man, a man of great wealth and prosperity. But God allowed Satan to test him, to strip him of everything he held dear. He lost his wealth, his family, his health. He suffered immensely, yet through it all he remained faithful to God. He did not curse God, he did not give up on God. And in the end, God restored everything he had lost and blessed him even more than before. Job's suffering was not a punishment, it was a test of his faith, a refinement of his character. Challenges can take many forms. They might involve financial difficulties, relationship problems, health issues, or professional setbacks. They might involve personal struggles such as addiction, depression, or anxiety. Whatever the challenge is, remember that you are not alone. God is with you. He sees your suffering, He understands your pain, and He will never leave you. He will provide you with the strength, the wisdom, and the support you need to overcome. Embrace the challenges not as a burden, but as an opportunity. See them as a chance to grow, to learn, and to become a better person. Ask yourself what God might be trying to teach you through this experience. What character traits is He trying to develop? What lessons is He trying to impart? And how can you use this challenge to draw closer to Him? Seek support. Don't try to face your challenges alone. Reach out to trusted friends, family members, or mentors. Share your struggles and ask for their help. Talk to a counselor or therapist. Join a support group. Surround yourself with people who will lift you up and encourage you. Remember, you do not have to go through these challenges alone. Learn from your mistakes. We all make mistakes. We all stumble. We all fall short of the mark. Don't dwell on your failures. Don't let them define you. Instead, learn from them. Analyze what went wrong. Identify what you could have done differently, and then move forward. Use your mistakes as stepping stones to greater success. Maintain your faith. During times of challenge, it can be easy to lose your faith, to question God's goodness, and to feel abandoned. But it is during these times that your faith is most important. Remember that God is in control, that He has a plan for your life, and that He will never let you down. Trust in His promises. Cling to His word, and believe that He will see you through. Focus on the positives. It can be tempting to dwell on the negative aspects of your challenges, but try to focus on the positives. Look for the blessings. Be grateful for what you have, and remember that even in the midst of the storm, there is always hope. Don't give up. Challenges can be long, difficult, and exhausting. There will be times when you want to quit, to give up on your dreams, and to retreat from the world. But don't give in to despair. Don't give in to hopelessness. Keep fighting, keep persevering, and keep believing. God will reward your perseverance. When God is about to give you something big, He will test you. He will challenge you. He will put you through the refining fire. But He will also be with you every step of the way. He will never leave you nor forsake you. He is refining you, not to break you, but to mold you into the person He created you to be. So embrace the challenges, my friends. Embrace the fire. Let it refine you. Let it make you stronger. And trust that God will use it to prepare you for something truly great. Keynote 5, recognizing the reward, seeing the fulfillment. Friends, the culmination of every journey, of every struggle, of every period of preparation is the reward. It's the moment when you finally see the fruits of your labor, the answer to your prayers, the fulfillment of your dreams. But the reward isn't always what you expect. It doesn't always come in the form you imagined, and it isn't always easy to recognize. When God is about to give you something big, the reward may be subtle. It may be understated. It may require you to open your eyes and your heart to see it. And the key to seeing the fulfillment is to trust in His timing and to be attuned to His ways. Think about the times you have experienced a sense of deep satisfaction, a feeling that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Have you ever felt a profound sense of peace or contentment, even in the midst of chaos? These moments, my friends, might be glimpses of the reward. They might be God's way of showing you that you are on the right track, that your efforts are bearing fruit. Consider the way God works. He often works in mysterious ways, in ways that we don't always understand. He may not provide the instant gratification or the immediate results that we crave. He may make you wait. He may test your patience. He may challenge your faith. But He always keeps His promises. He always fulfills His purpose. His timing is perfect. His ways are higher than our ways. And in the end, He always brings about good. The reward might come in the form of a new opportunity, a new relationship, a new level of success, a new sense of purpose, or a deeper understanding of God's love. It might come in the form of a healing, a restoration, or a breakthrough. It might come in the form of a changed heart, a renewed spirit, or a closer relationship with God. The reward is not always material, it's often spiritual. It's about becoming more like Christ, about growing in faith, and about experiencing the fullness of life that God intends for you. Be patient. God's timing is perfect. Don't rush the process. Don't try to force the outcome. Trust that God is working behind the scenes, that He is orchestrating everything for your good. Sometimes the reward comes quickly, sometimes it takes a long time, but it will come. Have faith. Be expectant. Believe that God will provide for you. Believe that He will fulfill His promises. Believe that He has great things in store for you. Cultivate an attitude of expectancy. Look for the blessings in your life and be open to receiving what God has for you. Be grateful. Express your gratitude for the rewards you receive. Acknowledge God's goodness and generosity. Thank Him for the blessings in your life, both big and small. Gratitude opens your heart to receive more. Share your blessings. When God blesses you, share those blessings with others. Use your gifts, your talents, your resources to make a positive impact on the world. Give back to those in need, serve others, and let your life be a light to the world. This magnifies the reward. Be mindful of the details. Pay attention to the small things, the seemingly insignificant moments, the subtle clues that God might be sending your way. Sometimes the reward is hidden in plain sight. It might be a conversation, a connection, a synchronicity, or a feeling of peace. Look beyond your own perspective. It is easy to be so focused on your own needs that you miss the bigger picture. Look for the opportunities to serve, to help, and to support others. How has God used your journey to connect with the journey of others? Don't measure your success by worldly standards. The world often measures success by wealth, power, and fame, but God measures success by faithfulness, humility, and love. Focus on becoming the person God wants you to be. Focus on living a life that is pleasing to Him. Focus on making a difference in the world. The ultimate reward, my friends, is not just the material things, the worldly achievements, or even the spiritual blessings. The ultimate reward is the relationship with God. It is knowing Him, loving Him, and serving Him. It is experiencing His presence in your life and living in His will. The greatest reward is the eternal reward. When God is about to give you something big, you must not only see it, but you must live in it. Recognize the reward, the fulfillment of His promises, and live your life in gratitude and service. So look for the signs, trust in His timing, embrace the blessings, and live your life to the fullest, knowing that you are loved, that you are cherished, and that God has great things in store for you. See the fulfillment and step into it. It's waiting for you. Friends, we have journeyed together today through a landscape of faith, hope, and the unwavering presence of God in our lives. We have explored the whispers of the divine, the preparation of our hearts, the opportunities that unfold before us, the challenges that refine us, and the ultimate reward that awaits those who seek Him. We've traversed a path not always easy, a path sometimes fraught with uncertainty and difficulty, but always illuminated by the light of God's love. Now, as we reach the end of this shared moment, I want to bring it all together to crystallize the core message, the enduring truth that I pray will resonate within your very being. Because what we have discussed today is not merely a collection of ideas. It is a call to action, a challenge to your spirit, and an invitation to a life of extraordinary purpose. The question I posed at the outset remains the pivotal point, the cornerstone of our reflection. When God is about to give you something big, will you see it? Will you recognize the signs, the signals, the subtle yet powerful ways in which He reveals His presence and His plan? The answer, my friends, lies not in some magical formula or in a secret incantation. It resides in the very fabric of your being, in your willingness to open your heart to your mind, to your very soul, to the possibility of divine intervention. Because God doesn't just shower blessings upon those who sit idly by, He seeks partners in this incredible journey. He calls us to participate, to engage, to actively seek out His will and to respond to His promptings with courage and with faith. Remember the whispers of the divine. Are you listening? Are you creating the space for God to speak? Are you attuned to your intuition, to your dreams, to the synchronicity of your life? Are you seeking His guidance through prayer, through Scripture, through the wisdom of those who have walked the path before us? And what of the preparation? Have you tilled the ground of your heart? Have you cultivated humility? Have you embraced the challenges as opportunities for growth? Are you allowing the refining fire to burn away the impurities and to reveal the strength and resilience that lie within? Because God will prepare you, He will shape you, He will mold you, but you must be willing to be shaped. You must be willing to endure the process, to surrender to His will, and to emerge from the crucible stronger, wiser, and more prepared to receive the blessing He has in store. And the opportunities, friends, are you seeing the open doors? Are you recognizing the divine appointments, the unexpected connections, the chance encounters that might just be the gateway to something extraordinary? Are you willing to step outside your comfort zone, to embrace the unknown, to take risks? Are you willing to say yes to the call even when it feels a little scary? Because opportunity knocks, but you have to answer the door. The challenges, they are inevitable, they are part of life, but they are not your enemy, they are your teachers. They are the very things that forge your character, that build your resilience, and that deepen your faith. Embrace the challenges, lean into the struggles, seek support when you need it, and never give up, never lose hope. Because it is in the midst of the storm that you will discover the true strength that resides within. And finally, the reward, the fulfillment. Are you seeing it? Are you recognizing the blessings in your life, both big and small? Are you expressing gratitude? Are you sharing your blessings with others? Are you finding purpose beyond yourself? Remember, the ultimate reward is not about material gain. It is about a deeper connection with God, a life lived in alignment with His will, and a legacy of love and service that will endure. My friends, this is not just a speech, this is an invitation. An invitation to live a life of extraordinary meaning, to a life filled with purpose and significance. An invitation to fully embrace the extraordinary plan that God has for you. The power, the promise, and the potential are all within you right now. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let doubt cloud your vision. Don't let the noise of the world drown out the whispers of the divine. Open your heart, open your mind, open your soul, and be ready, be expectant, be willing to see. Because when God is about to give you something big, it will require you to actively participate, to actively engage, to actively believe. It requires that you trust the process, that you trust His timing, that you trust His love. I know it's not always easy. Life can be messy, unpredictable, and at times even painful. But remember this. You are not alone. God is with you, He loves you, and He has a plan for your life that is far more magnificent than you can possibly imagine. So as you leave this place today, as you return to your lives, I urge you to carry this message with you. Carry it in your heart, carry it in your actions, and carry it in your spirit. And be vigilant. Watch for the signs. Listen for the whispers, recognize the opportunities, embrace the challenges, and claim the reward that awaits you. My friends, go forth and live a life worthy of the calling you have received. Go forth and make a difference in the world. Go forth and be the light. And may God bless you. May He keep you and may He guide you on this extraordinary journey we call life. And always remember the power of seeing the good, the holy, and divine in everyday life. Because when God is about to give you something big, you'll see it. I believe that with all my heart. Thank you, and God bless you all.